Hey man, I gotta give credit where credit is due, man. Chiefs advanced to the Super Bowl. Without a doubt, Ravens had the better team. They did, and this was a defensive game, and they got more stops. Credit to the Ravens for battling and fighting. Lamar probably wasn't his best game. I know he's gonna be two-time MVP now. But yeah, man, you gotta give credit where credit is due. Mahomes threw for over 200 plus yards on the 9 completions and a touchdown. They did a really good job just managing the clock. I thought they had a couple drives that went over 7, 8 minutes, and was just controlling the tempo, man. Even when they didn't score, they was taking a lot of time off the clock. And I think you got to really praise Andy Reid with the adaptability, and not having the same weapons they had last year, and the year before that, but being able to run the ball, Pacheco, but also using play action. And shout out to Kelsey. A lot of people were calling him washed. He had 10 catches for over 100 yards and a touchdown this game, broke Jerry Rice's record. So he did what he was supposed to do. And I'm going to be honest, like, I'm not Mahomes' biggest fan. I have no hate against him. Obviously, he's one of the best, and the Chiefs are the class of the NFL right now. But I'm going to say this, man. If they go and they win the Super Bowl, he's one of the greatest of this generation. It's without a doubt. He's a Hall of Famer. He's one of the greatest generation, and he's on the precipice of catching Brady. I mean, that'll be 3 rings, six AFC championships, 4 in the last 6. At that point, if he wins, I mean, that's 3 rings. 3 rings, two. What do you got? 2 Super Bowl MVPs. If he wins the Super Bowl MVP, that'll be 3. And he got 2 MVPs. At that point, there's not much more you can say. You got to give credit where credit is due, whether you like him or you don't. He's trending into that Brady category. Like when used to see the Patriots, you used to hate seeing them play. You want to see somebody else, go do it. So he's in that category. I think you'll have to say he's the greatest of this generation of quarterbacks. Like you would disinclude Brady. You would compare it to Brady. He was his own generation. When I say that, obviously it was Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Matt Ryan, Ben Roethlisberger. That was all in his generation. This is a new era of generation of quarterbacks. It's Mahomes, it's Lamar, it's Josh Allen, it's Joe Burrow, it's Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, Dak Prescott. Like that's all in one generation. So without a doubt, I mean, goes winning his third one. That's what it is. Yeah, and then for the Ravens, I just think they were too emotional in this game, man. I mean, I get it. They were favored. But I felt like they let the Chiefs baited them, man. Like they knew they were overly emotional. That's why it's important to be in tune with your emotions. Because a lot of it, I'm not gonna lie, some of it the Chiefs did get away with. Some of the extracurricular pushing, but they always reward the second person. So the Ravens were just out of control a lot in this game. And I thought too, another big thing, they did not run the ball enough. Like they were down 10. Like you go to halftime of 17-7, right? They were down 10 the whole game. Run the football, right? They still were able to get enough, possessions and things like that. Run the football. You know what I'm saying? Get Gus Edwards involved. Lean on your rushing attack a little bit. Run more read option. I thought they got way too much into the passing. This is not the Ravens offense, right? Can Lamar throw it? For sure. But 37 passes to those runs that they had, that's not balanced at all. You got to be balanced, right? You got to be playing at optimal ability if you're going to beat the Chiefs. Honestly. And, Lamar didn't have his best game, but I thought he did in the moments, did what he could. Ran the ball when he could. He made that incredible play catching his own pass, but just came up a little bit short, man. So that's going to be a stick on his career, and you got to think about this too. He's 1-4 against Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be talked about 0-1 in the playoffs. So, everybody's going to say, the Chiefs, they're hard to beat. They're unbeatable, and, nobody can really go toe-to-toe with them. So, I mean, Lamar's going to have to probably hear that all off season. They had an incredible year. I thought this was the year the Ravens would do it. Was pulling for them. I'm not going to lie. I know I'm a big Bengals fan, but I just wanted to see somebody else. I know some Bengals fans are mad because they said F Joe Burrow and stuff like that, but I still wanted the Ravens to win just to be somebody else to get in there. And then Zay Flowers had a really good game. I just thought from a play caller's perspective, they could have been a little bit more creative with some of the things they were doing. They were blitzing Lamar a lot, and some of that they were going back in the zone and in cover 2. So cover 2, the middle of the field's open. They should have ran more hitches. Like, Isaiah Likely is a really good player. He only had 2 catches, 16 yards. Mark Andrews came back. I know he was nursing an injury, but you got two of the best tight ends, I think, in the game. I think they're elite in my opinion. I would put both of them in the top 10 as far as tight ends. Use them in the middle of the field. If Spagnuolo's going to blitz you, go throw it to your elite tight ends, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like they did not match up with what KC was doing and Spagnuolo was doing. If they did better than that, it would have been much better. But Zay Flowers, he's a rookie. He's going to learn from this. Just got to control your emotions a little bit. I don't disagree. I mean, obviously, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think they need to allow them to celebrate a little bit more. That didn't affect the play in any way, the taunt. You know what I'm saying? So I thought they should just let them celebrate. But you just got to be more in tune with your emotions. I think that's the biggest thing. Be more in tune and throughout. They just got like they have 4 personal foul penalties. You just can't have that if you're going to beat Mahomes. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You got to be smart. And, they did get the hits on him, but it came at a price, man. But shout out to the Ravens, man. Great season overall. Was pulling for them. To just somebody else to go, but just those mistakes. And defensively, I thought they did what they could. They did a good job second half pushing the shutout and things like that. They got stops, big hits. Thought Kyle Hamilton, he's going to learn, only a 2-year player. But, he's going to learn a lot from this game going up against Kelsey. But, just unfortunate for the Ravens, but I'm sure they'll rebound from it and be good. Now, this here was a tweet from a fan, so I agree with this to a certain degree. I'm going to be honest with y'all, though. Like, I know he didn't play this year. I know he got hurt, like, week 10 and missed the last 7 games. But, hey, man, y'all better put some respect on him, bro. Like, go look at all elite quarterbacks in the game right now and go look at their records against Mahomes. You know what I'm saying? This dude is different. All you got to do is stay healthy. Bengals, all they got to do is get some, they got, the O-line was pretty decent this year, but become more creative play calling wise. They got a new offensive coordinator now with Dan Pitcher. Try to re-sign T. Higgins, get some more pieces, get some good depth pieces on the offensive line. Draft another running back. This is Joe Mixon's last year. Go get another running back to potentially replace him if you want to move on. And go get a tight end, whether that's free agency and Noah Fant or trading up to go get Brock Bowers. You got to make a franchise-altering move, and you got to get more physical. I think you need more DBs as well in the draft this year, going forward. But I like what, Jordan Bauer was able to do this year. I like what Dax Hill was able to do. They're going to be better. But this is the year, bro. Like, 2024, you got to get right. And Joe is that dude. I keep telling people, he's 3-1 against Mahomes. He's 2-0 against Josh Allen. He's 5-1 against both of them. Okay? And I know everybody's going, the Browns, he's 1-5. What? Doesn't matter. You're not going to beat everybody, bro. But remember, 3-1 against Mahomes, 2-0 against Josh Allen, 1-1 in the playoffs against Patrick Mahomes. And the only guy besides Brady to beat him and when it matters most. And think about this too, guys. I want y'all to remember this. Both of those games were in Arrowhead. Went to the road and beat him. Just put some respect on him. That's all I say. You know what I'm saying? He's a top 5 quarterback in the league when healthy. Let's put respect where respect is due. You disagree with me? Go watch the highlight tape. Look what he did to another league team that's about to play right now. San Fran. You know what I'm saying? Go look when he's actually healthy what he does. I'll leave it at that. Congrats to the Chiefs. Ravens, hopefully they come back swinging, but Chiefs is the class in the NFL.